Well, hello YouTube. Coming to you live from inside the garage here. Decided to do a vlog today. It was going to be one of those days where, well, if I didn't, it wasn't going to happen. And yeah, welcome to our vlog. So, here we go. Well, of course, vlogging from inside the garage, because, well, it's really windy outside. We haven't received the rain yet that they've been threatening. However, when we do, they're saying it could be 75 millimeters, which is equal to roughly, what is it, like 3 inches or so. So, of course, I probably will end up being in the office all day, or maybe out in here, depends on how it works out. I really can't do much inside the garage here right now until I make room in other storage buildings, but we'll have to see how that goes. Well, went out this morning, did a little bit of running around, got some appointments over and done with. So we're good for another month or two, and well, we're good to go from there. Well, of course, the old project, just planning out some stuff. Picked up some construction paper or poster paper, however you want to call her, the other day, so I can start sketching out patterns for things that I want to build, and well, start building them. I was going to do a dump run today, however, with the weather rolling on in, I'm not sure if it's wise to be out on the road if that storm is coming. Of course, if I stay at home, the storm won't get here until later. However, if I go out, then I'll get caught in the storm. It's just the way it works. So we'll have to play that by ear. We might lose a day or two. And then, well, back to the weekend we are. And come weekend, if it's not raining, it's going to be a yard work weekend over a shop weekend, so that will leave us next week to get back on the trailer. Hopefully by then we got the outbuildings straightened on out. I have still a bit of a collection of bicycles. Some of them are my own original bicycles that I had 10-15 years ago that I worked hard for. I won't tell you the cost of them. However, I can't bring myself to sell them, because I know darn well I won't get for them what I think they're worth. So I have them in storage. And those 5 bicycles are taking up valuable real estate that I could put something else there. And then I have 3 other bicycles. My trailer bike, Dad's green chopper bike, Dad's cruiser bike, and then there is a project bicycle too. So do I let go of the project bicycle? I've been working on the project bicycle collecting parts since what, 2012, 2011. Do I let it go? I know I've bought a couple of new parts that'll never get used. Or do I hang on to it with the dream of actually using it? You know, what do you think I should do there? If you keep something, you hoard it away, it'll never get used. Or at least it'll sit around until it gets wrecked. And you can't really wreck it more than it already is, but at the same time, I've moved it from here, moved it from there, tripped over it, moved it back to here, you know, it sat outside, came back inside, and it needs a total rebuild from, you know, the frame up. Like, strip it down, sand it down, repaint it, and rebuild it from there. And I have all the parts. It's just a matter of getting the time to do it. And time for me is very valuable. It's very hard to come by. It's very at a minimum. because the way I am, the way my schedule is, I'm awake when people are sleeping, so it makes it difficult to work. And I end up sleeping during the heat of the day, which is when a lot of the people are awake. And it's like, well, you know, which direction do I go, right? If I got rid of the project bike and the project parts bike, and then another bike that hasn't been ridden in like 20 years, that would be 3 bikes down. If I sold the another bike that is no longer ridden, that would be 4 bikes down. And well, Dad's custom chopper bike, I have no idea what to do with. I've got it listed for sale, however, there is no interest in it. You know, if it was $50, it would have sold, but I'm not letting it go for that price. And it's a style of bicycle that I really don't see myself riding, so, you know, what do we do, right? So of course, probably going to go inside, fire up the old computer, do some uploads, and around we roll. So if and when the storm gets here, I'll probably do another check-in just to show the well, storm activity, and well, around we roll. Little bit of an afternoon update. Figured if I didn't do one, it wasn't going to happen till later. Well, of course, did a little bit of editing, a little bit of more uploading. Ended up crashing for a couple hours, and well, here we are now. Well, we got ourselves some rain, as well as a bit of weather rolled on through. The normal high winds and rain and such, but nothing, I guess, really major. There was a couple of funnel clouds spotted, which is, well, I guess normal when you have this type of weather system come on through. We got away lucky, you know, so far anyway. There's been no hail, and there's been nothing really nasty as well. Well, I had sort of on the agenda to do a dump run today. I've got some garbage that I've been collecting. Some of it is technically still good. There's a work light in there that I probably could have converted to a single head, or even used the base as a tripod, and there's a heater in there that I probably could have wired direct rather than using a switch, but how much of the stuff do you keep before you, you know, have to let it go, right? So of course, just planning out what I want for supper, what I'm gonna do. Am I gonna go out and get something, or am I gonna make something? It's kind of one of them things, right? But before you know it, it'll be dark and time to shut her on down. This weather system is supposed to be around for a day or two. Like I said, it's supposed to drop 75 millimeters of water or moisture by the time it's over and done with. So yeah, the grass and the weeds will definitely get a good dose. I'll have to get out here when it warms up with my sprayer and everything, and give things a good old dosing and get rid of the weeds. That's a never-ending procedure. I've got a lot of gravel on my yard, and with that comes no way to combat the weeds unless you use chemicals. I tried to find a bucket of soil sterilant, but they will not sell it in town. And I don't know anybody that's on an acreage or a farm that is willing to you know, sell, give, trade, whatever, me a bucket. So we will have to just, well, leave it the way it is. I figured if we use soil sterilant on the rocks, the dirt that's inside will basically be cooked, and it'll be no good for nothing, which is what kind of you want, right? You want the gravel and the dirt not to grow anything, but I guess the city, is looking at the future. What if somebody buys my property and then wants to grow potatoes, and they can't grow potatoes because the guy 20 years earlier sprayed a chemical that basically neutralized the soil, where It's not even good for growing bugs. But I guess, you know, it's all about the environment and the future, right? Well, we had a couple of good old cracks of thunder. If it holds on true to the night, maybe I'll set up the camera and see what I can get for shots of thunder and lightning and such. But until then, well, it is what it is. So guys, gonna go back inside, watch a little bit of TV, see what I want for supper, and around we go. Well, hello YouTube, here we are. We come to the end of another day. Well, they were saying we were going to get high winds, really nasty rain, thunder, lightning, and all that good stuff. Well, we got a little bit of rain and a very, very mild winds. As you can tell by my yard, things that are light, like the containers, the water jugs, the paint tray, are still where they were, well, yesterday. So they didn't blow away. I don't 100% know where they get their weather data from, or who decides when to put out watches and warnings. However, this time the issue wasn't here. According to the news, it hit Edmonton and Calgary fairly hard, that area. However, of course, storms do tend to travel, and maybe they were just putting out the watch and warning as a safety precaution, even though the storm dissipated before it hit here. What if it didn't? What if it didn't? What if it came this way and then there was larger issues? People were on social media posting photos and stuff of surrounding areas. I've started to edit the Saskatoon road footage that was shot like a week ago. I totally forgot about it. Get that into something usable and up to the YouTubes. So we'll see how that runs on through. Hopefully the editing software works with me this time, rather than working against me and makes me want to pull my hair out. So we'll have to see how that all works out. And well, around we roll. So yeah, gonna end her all here. Today was a good day. Tomorrow's another one. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.